Now germination begins. Over here in your book it has been shown. Germination begins when the seeds absorb water, swells and burst through the seed coat. The water helps the enzyme to function in the seed. The enzymes digest the stored food in the cotyledons and make it soluble. What they do? All the stored food is being digested into the cotyledons and make it soluble. This soluble food makes the radicle and plumule present in the seed to grow. What is this? This soluble food makes the radicle and plumule to present in the seed to grow into the shoot and into the root. A radicle of the seed grows first to forms the root, and the root pushes down into the soil and begins to absorb water and minerals from the soil. As the radicle differentiated into the roots, or you can say grows into the root, it starts absorbing the water and minerals from the soil and help to push this water and minerals upward into the plants. Now after this, the plumule grows upward to form the shoot. What plumule do? Plumule grows upward to form the shoot, and the shoot and root grows both further. When the shoot comes up above the ground, it develops the green leaves, and these green leaves of the shoot begin to synthesize their own food in the presence of sunlight. This seedling grows gradually and ultimately become a new plant. So this is the whole process of the germination. This is the whole process of the germination, how germination takes place. So in a few and simple words, you should understand, when we show the seed into the soil, seed starts absorbing the water and swells up and bursts through the seed coats, or you can say the ruptures through the seed coats. When it ruptures from the seed coats, it is differentiated into two parts, radicle and the plumule. As it gets water and nutrients from the soil, radicle develops into the root and plumule develops into the shoot. Root starts absorbing the water and minerals from the soil and start pushing into the upward direction towards the plant. And plumule develops into the shoot and comes out from the soil, and leaves are being spreading out. What it do? It starts doing photosynthesis process. It starts doing photosynthesis process. That is what the leaves starts getting sunlight and air and water and start making food in the presence of sunlight, and this seedling grows gradually and ultimately becomes a new plant. What are the conditions necessary for the seed germination? Now we are going to read that. Here we have some important requirements which are essential for a seed to germinate into a seedling and to a plant. First is your water. It is extremely necessary for the germination of seeds. Some seeds are extremely dry and need to take a considerable amount of water relative to the dry weight of the seed, but most seeds need enough water to moisten and not soak as it leaks away from a germination inhibitor in the seed. So water plays an important role in seed germination. It helps by providing necessary hydration for the vital activities of protoplasm, provides dissolved oxygen for the growing embryo, softens the seed coats and increases the seed permeability. It also helps in the rupturing of the seeds and also convert the insoluble food into soluble form of its translocation to the embryo. Oxygen, next come your oxygen. It is an important and essential source of energy required for seed growth. As we also need energy, also need oxygen to respire, plant also need a essential source of energy which is required for the seed growth. It is required by the germinating seed for the metabolism and it is used as a part of aerobic respiration until it manages to grow green leaves of its own. Oxygen can be found in the pores of the soil, but if the seed is buried too deep, it will be deprived with this oxygen. If it is very deep, then it should be derived of this oxygen. Now next comes the temperature. For a seed to germinate, it requires a moderate temperature of around 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Quite obviously, different seeds require different optimum temperatures, but the temperature which is needed for the germination of the seed is 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Here are different kinds of seeds which require special requirements also. Some needs lower temperature, some needs higher temperature. So the difference of the requirements, it should be from 5 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius temperature. Now comes light or darkness. Another is light or darkness. This can act as an environmental trigger. Many seeds refuse to germinate until sunlight falls on them. So sunlight is also very necessary for any seed to germinate. Without the light, they cannot germinate. So the process of seed germination, under the above mentioned favorable condition, they have a expansion or growth of the embryo by rupturing of the covering layer, that is the seed coat, which emerges out the radicle and the plumule to complete the germination. So what are the things needed for the germination, or you can say what are the conditions necessary for the seed germination? First is the water, because seeds are extremely dry and with the help of the water they soften their self and also soak their bodies and help in the growing of embryos. Next come your oxygen. Without oxygen they cannot respire. Next comes your temperature, that should be in between 5 to 40 degrees Celsius. Next comes your light, which is a very important because many of the seeds refuse to germinate until sunlight falls on them. Now comes factor affecting seed germination. Factors affecting seed germination. Here are some major factors which affect the seed germination. First is the water. The poor or additional supply of water affects the seed germination. If there is a very low water supply and poor supply of water, it affects the germination. Temperature. This affects the growth rate as well the metabolism. If the temperature will be not favorable to the germination, there will be stopped of the growth rate and the metabolism. Oxygen. Germinating seeds also respire if they do not get oxygen which they require for their growth. So the deficiency of oxygen affects the seed germination. In certain cases, a temperature below the moderate level slows down the seed germination and promotes the fungal growth. In some cases, the germination stops at the temperature above the moderate level. Now there are some internal factors also. Seed dormancy. This is the condition in which the seeds are prevented from the germinate even under favorable condition. Seeds dormancy is what? When the seeds is getting the favorable condition, then also they are unprevented or sufficient to take growth. During seed dormancy, the seed coat which is resistant to water and gases restrict water uptake and oxygen exchange. Certain seeds contain plant growth regulator and inhibit seed germination. Some seeds require more time for their germination. Germination occurs in following stages. The seeds absorb water through the seed hole. The seed breaks up, open, and the roots sprout and goes down. Then the shoot plumule starts growing upward, which later produce stem and leaves. When the seedling grows green leaves, it starts making its own food. By this time, cotyledons dry up and fall and seedling becomes into a new plant. So these are how the germination occurs. First is that seed absorb the water through seed hole, which increase the size and the embryo. Then the seed coat breaks up and root as a radicle and plumule as a shoots come out. Plumule becomes into stem and leaves. Seedling grows into the green leaves by making its own food, and cotyledons dry up and fall off, and this seedling then develops into a new plant. So this was the germination of a seed with the full process. What is the procedure? What are the factors? What are the conditions? And how germination take place? So please student, go through the video, hear it once, twice and thrice, do the assignment and read the chapter also. For today, thank you. Next, tomorrow we will start types of germination. How many types of germination there are? Till you have to revise each and everything which I had provided till date. Thank you.